Carveco tutorial in 2024. Now it's probably going to be a fairly lengthy one today because I want to show you how to use as many tools as I can in Carveco. Now I'm using the main Carveco program, the industrial one, but what I'm about to show you, you can do in Carveco Maker or Maker Plus. Now before we go any further, I just want to show you how to get into my Carveco page on the Carveco website to get my discount. It's very easy, so I'm just gonna disappear for a minute. So this is my opening page on my channel, so you just go here where it says and for more links, and of course there's a bit of a description then, disclaimer, and you scroll down here. Now this is the companies that I'm associated with, so this is my Carveco promotional code where you get your discount, and this is the Carveco store page, so we'll just go there. So it's Carveco, genuine Carveco website, and there I am, and this is the pricing, and of course you get 5% off anything that you choose. Now if you want to purchase either Carveco Maker or this is the industrial program here, go to the proprietary license, and of course it doesn't matter whether you're a business or whether you're a private person, you get the same discount off these if you want to purchase them outright. So let's go back, and of course, you know, 5%, it's quite a bit of a saving, and so that's that. Okay, so here we are back at the Carveco opening screen. Actually, that's what you actually see here. So I will disappear for a little while. No real need to see me on the screen. It's actually a little bit off-putting. You know, I'm doing a screen capture with this video, and looking at yourself on here, it's very off-putting actually. So I'll disappear for a little while, and so to start a new job or model, you just simply come up here to new model, press this, and now I've already carried out a test, shall we say a dress rehearsal, so this is actually set to exactly what I want. My piece of work, which I've already set up on the machine up there, which incidentally is the brand new SainSmart Jamitsu Prover XL 6050 Plus. Bit of a mouthful, I got it out. And it's a beautiful, you know, little machine, and it's the one I would suggest to get, you know, after you've sort of learnt to use a CNC router. You know, if you've got a little 3018 or, you know, something of that caliber, if you want to go up to a fairly serious CNC router, but you know, and not break the bank, well, you know, this is the one to go for, because it's very well made. Okay, and I'll give you a little look at it later. So the width in X is 350 millimeters. I always work in millimeters. The height is 220, and you know, when you can set the orientation or your 0 point in any corner or the middle. Now what I normally like to use the middle, especially with a job like this, so I know where I can put my my clamps and not run the tool into them. Because if you start here, sometimes you can run the tool into it when it goes. You don't know what position it's going to go to first sometimes, and I have in the past, over the last 15 or 18 years, taken a piece of of my clamp out off. Then we'll put it that way. I have a fairly fast computer. It's a fairly new computer and it's very fast actually. So I always use maximum resolution. If you're using Windows 7 or early Windows 10 or something that's not regarded as fast these days, if it's 10-year-old or more, you might want to knock this back to about here, because the higher up this is, the slower your computer is going to operate. But I don't have that problem, so it's up there. So set up millimeters, and I'm going to press OK. And because this is yellow, I know that this is the 3D window. Now to change to the 2D window, look, you can do this in 3D, it's okay. But I find that it's better to do drawing in a 2D bitmap window, which is up here, look. So we'll click on that, it takes you into the 2D window, and here's the rulers up here already, and of course you can tell if you forget what corner or where you put your 0, 0, this ruler will tell you. You see that on the top X here it's in the middle, and down here on the Y it's in the middle, so that indicates to you. And there's the middle there. It's Carveco's indicating, well, here's the middle of the work here, if you see that target. Now, if you open Carveco and the rulers aren't there, you just go into View, and here it is here. I'll turn them off, okay, and you can just go into View and turn them on. So that's how to get the rulers up. Actually, you can actually bring down or bring into your work, so you can accurately place items or drawing. If you come up here, slightly off onto the ruler there, left click, and you can draw a line down and position it anywhere you want to very accurately. If you notice here, look, you can judge exactly where you want it, or if you want it in the center, there it is there right in the center. And come over here if you want to draw another one out, and very accurately. So it gives you guidelines of where you can put things. I'll leave them there at the moment. So I've divided my sign or my workpiece up into quarters there, so I know exactly where I can put things. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is concentrate up in this top quarter up here. So we'll zoom into this. What I want to do now is draw the SainSmart company logo, which is like a little robot head. Now there's two ways of doing this. I could take a snapshot picture, bring it into Carveco and ask Carveco to draw vector lines around it, but I thought you would like to see me actually draw it, or a representation of it. So we're going to come here and choose draw circle, and at this point in time it really doesn't matter what size you draw it, because you can reduce it in size later to suit your the whole piece of work then. So I'm just going to come here and draw a circle. Like I say, it really doesn't matter what size it is at the moment, so we're going to say create, and we're going to click off to set that down. And the next thing we're going to do is get the polyline tool, and we don't want smooth polylines, we want nice square sharp. I want to give them a little bit of a neck down like this and like this, just very quickly. It might not turn out to be exactly right, but it's fine. Create. Okay, so we've got that. Now the next thing we're going to do is use a tool called a vector clipping tool, the scissors actually, which is up here, and we're just going to clip away that section, and that section, and then come back up here and choose our go-to tool. So now we're going to select this, and we're going to make sure now that this is one piece. So we're going to come up here to this tool, which is join vectors with coincident nodes. So we click that and we say join. So now this is one piece. Okay, you're not going to get any hiccups when you come to want to machine VBit carve this, just the outside, run the tool around it. It's going to recognize it as a complete one piece, and it's going to create the toolpath. So that's one piece done. Now the next bit is, it's like a bit of a face shield. I suppose it makes this whole thing look a little bit like a robotic knight armor suit sort of thing. At least that's what it appears to be to me. So circle again in the middle here, just roughly, and we're going to say create, and we're going to move it across a little. Now to move it across, I can either come here and click this and catch hold of it and move it across, or more accurately I can use the arrow keys and just move it across like that. Now we need to manipulate this. So actually what I want to do now is, I've now switched now to the node editing tool. So we're going to catch hold of this one and bring it down and invert that circle. Not too much, it's like that. Bring this one up like that. I think I want to turn this a bit, and then turn this one a bit. It's not going to be exactly as they have it, but it's going to be close-ish. Right, now I want to move, do I want to move that up or not? Now I'm going to leave it where it is. I am happy that's where it is. He's frowning a bit, which is slightly different to what theirs are. So yeah, we'll do it like that. We'll give them a slight frown, mean sort of looking, mean business that is. Okay, happy there. So we can click off that. Now let's zoom in because there's three little stripes. Whoops, lost it. There we go. Okay, so what we do, we're going to get another circle. We're going to bring it into here and just do this and create, and use this one again. I'm just going to bring that in like that and like that. Squash it in just a little bit more like that. I've actually just altered the tool to a transform, because if I'd have continued with the node editing, what it would have done would it would sort of invert the circle like this top one did. So if you want to keep a nice square, what you need to do is alter it to a transform tool, and you can sort of bring it in squarely like that. Okay. So having got one of these, something else I need to do here as well, and that is put it over at a slight angle like so. Perfect. Okay, so keep that selected, and I need to make a copy. So this is block copy rotate, but you can just do a block copy. I don't need to put them, sort of in a circle or anything like that. I just want a straight copy. I want 3 of them. Let's see. Put a 3mm gap. The Y gap really doesn't matter. 3 columns, 1 row, and apply. So you want to be a little closer than that. So just come here like this. Let's get them fairly exact. 5. See what that looks like. That's it. Just get them on center. So as I still have them selected, I can go to my arrow keys on my keyboard and move all of them like that. That's a bit more down. That's pretty well where I want them. Okay. Actually, let's select those again. I want to select those. So I'm going to press my shift key and select this, and I'm going to link these together. So it's up here. Okay. So if you select any part of that now, all 3 will select, but they're still separate from the outer one, which is exactly what I need. This is still quite large. It's still a little bit big for what I want, So what I'm going to do is select it all, then I'll come to this one. Of course, this is the transform tool, and I'm going to, if you catch out of any of the corners and just go in, it keeps the aspect ratio, and let's take this, let's move this up and over a little bit, not too much. There. That's where I think I want that. Is that too big? Yeah, still a little too big, I think. So I'm going to catch out of the corner and go a little bit smaller. That's okay. I'm happy with that. So we'll deselect that now and save that. So we don't lose anything. Now, I have got this program actually set to save every 10 minutes because you can do a fair bit of work in 10 minutes, and you know, for one reason or another, you know what computers are like, you can lose work. So to avoid losing too much, what I do, I set the computer or set the program to save automatically every 10 minutes. Okay, so we've got quite a bit of text to go on here now. So what we'll do next is apply the text to our sign. So let's go full screen here, and we come to our text tool. I actually like using Times Roman. You can see here too that any text that you have in your or any of your programs actually, that, so I'm just trying to find ST, where are we? T, here we go. Times Roman. It's good all-round text. You know, it just does the job, and it VBIC calves quite well as well. Some of the more elaborate text, you do sometimes have to go in and sort of rejig some of the lettering, because it just won't carve it. You know, the toolpath won't happen for you. So and you'll find out yourself which ones those are. Let me see, 51 points. I don't. That's not 51 millimeters. It's just points. A little bit bigger. Yeah, 54. That'll do, I think. Let's have a look. That will do it, I think. Now then, not sure whether I'm on capitals or not. Am I? My little light that tells you if I'm in uppercase or lowercase isn't working for some reason, so let's have a look. Aha! So Saint Smart. Okay. At this stage it doesn't really matter, you know, sort of where it is exactly. I can alter that. Jimitsu. No, sir. It sounds Japanese, but it's actually Chinese. not going to get enough room there. So it'll have to be, and then lowercase. Ooh, just about get it on there, I think. So I'm okay with that. So we've still got it selected. Let's move it. Now, you can either catch out of it and move it, or you can use the keys on your... Let's bring it up this way a bit. I think that's good, and a bit more. I want a relationship between the write-in and the logo. Okay, so we'll set that down there. I can move it at a later stage. So the next thing, or next group of text we need is going to be here. So it's Prover. I don't know who thinks up these names of machines, but they're weird. Prover XL, and that's how they write it, with a mixture of capitals and lowercase. Prover 6050 50 plus. Oh, wrong way around. Not looking at what I was doing. And we'll set that down. Great. And we'll just move that around a bit, just by using... Does that look odd? I think that's okay. Down a little. You know, I can move this around later. And more text in the middle here. I'll set it down a little further later. Full capitals here. That's with create. I want that word to be separate. So it does help to have these lines, guidelines, so you can set it exactly where you want it. With and more text. And we're going to do this here. I'm going to say okay. I'll show you in just a moment that SainSmart is doing a promotional with this particular CNC router, and for the you know, the introductory price, which I'm going to write up there now, which is $1,799 US. We'll talk about that more in a minute. but you get Carveco Maker with it. I think it's you can have either a 3-month or a 12-month subscription with that. I think that's added on to the price, but there's some extras as well. So we'll actually put it on here. So small text. Ooh. Bit lower. Oh, we can lower it in a minute. So it's USD. This is current actually. Oh, something got to alter here because I'm in Australia. USD and a dollar. 1,7 and 99.00. Okay. Great. And I think that looks a little bit more. That's about it, I think. And down a bit. Okay, gap the same there as there. I think that's okay. So we'll set that down. So that's all our text. I don't really want anything. I just want a plain sign. I don't really want to put any decorative around the outside. I could, but this is okay as it is. All right, so let's link some of this text up. Now, if you remember, this is in 2 separate parts, like that, which is what we need. So, but I want the text all done together. So I've selected the top text. I'm going to press Shift, select that text, that text, that text, and that text. In other words, so I'm going to tell Carveco that I want all the text to be done in one group. And we're going to come up here and group. So now that's all one group. Okay, so our sign basically is made. So now we have to come to the all-important part of the toolpaths. Okay, so we'll open our toolpath section and they will appear down here. Now basically this is all V-bit carving. So the first thing we're going to do is select this outer one here. Select the V-bit carving. Selected vector. Actually, there's another way of doing this. I'll quickly show you. And that is machine along a line. It's along. So we're going to machine V-bit carve along this line. So start depth is 0, finish depth is 1 millimeter. And that will mean the actual line will be 2 millimeters wide, which I think will be just fine. Select a tool. Now I made one not so long ago actually. Okay, wooden plastic. Here it is here. 19 millimeter. I'll actually show you how to add a new tool. So we're going to choose the 6mm 90 degree, which is actually the tool that I use to I put in the, I think about 3 or 4 videos back where I showed you how to get the accuracy with this particular little CNC router, and I use this particular tool to use as an indicator. So a nice sharp tool, easy to see on video. So we'll make another tool here. So we go in here and say copy. We'll select that copy, and we will edit that copy, and we'll go in here and put 12.7. Now 12.7mm is exactly half an inch. Okay, so that's half an inch in metric. There's 25.4mm to an inch. Okay, diameter 12.7, 90 degree V, step down. I'm going to leave that. Oh, actually, we can put that. It really doesn't matter, you know, at this stage, because I alter all these for each individual job anyway. So I'm going to say OK. Okay, and then there it appears. All right, so you have a new tool in your tooling list. But the one we're going to use is this one. That's 3/4 inch, 19mm. So we're going to select that, and we're going to go in here, and we're going to alter the parameters. Leave the step over. It's not going to step over anyway. Step down. I want to do it in one cut, so 1mm. Feed rate, I'm going to put there as, oh, let me see, 12.7. That's enough for this little router. It's 300 watts, and I think that will be just fine. Put this at 6mm, which is about quarter of an inch. The RPM level is not governed by this program on this particular router, so 15,000 is okay. Leading moves, no. Ramp moves, not really necessary. It's only a a small job. It's not you're not going to get the thing. You're not going to get the spindle to stall or anything like that. There's no tremendous load on it. It's going to be fine. 5mm, 0 position above that. Yeah, that's fine. 19mm, the material is, which is 3/4 inch. Okay, that. So this is cut 1. Cut 1. Okay. And that's done it, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. It's gone brown, so happy with that. So the next one we're going to do is this. That is a V-bit carving. So we'll go Toolpaths, it's another place where you can get the toolpaths from. Okay, V-bit carving. selected vectors, that's correct. We're not going to, we'll put a maximum depth here of 3 millimeters. I don't want it to go any deeper than 3 millimeters. Otherwise, it could go quite deep there. So we're restricting it. And again, we're using the same tool. That one. Select. Edit. Step over. The step over is okay for that. There's not going to be much stepping over. I'm going to go down 1 millimeter at a time. And 12.7, half an inch per second. 6, quarter of an inch per second, down in the Z. Cut 2. Calculate. Done. That looks okay. Deselect. Now select the signage or the writing. Toolpaths. 2D application. V-bit carving. Selected vectors. Again, maximum depth 3, so I'm limiting. No, I want to 2. Actually, probably 1.5. Because then that means the maximum width will be 3 millimeters. We don't want to go too deep, otherwise. It just makes it look awful, actually. I would say 2 millimeters. I'm thinking about that now. Okay. Tool to be used again is this one. Select. Everything else here is the same. Cut 3. And calculate. Done. Okay. So I will now save those. Let's actually we will we'll simulate those. Cut 1, 2, and 3. That's all okay. And we will simulate. And we will do this the whole model standard simulate. There we go. I've asked it to simulate in color, you notice, so I can distinguish, it makes it easier to see. Simulate default. So what we're going to do here is come down here and actually like to do this in bronze. So we'll see what that looks like. let's go to our twiddle control. Oh, look at that. Doesn't that look nice? This is a fairly new feature, I think, that that you can do your simulation in color. It makes it stand out, and if you are doing this for a customer, you can take a snapshot of this and do it in any beach horizontal. There we go. You can do it in any sort of material that you like. That looks very nice, actually. In beach. Beach is very similar to oak as well, I think. But you don't want this text too deep. You want just those parameters that I've just shown you. For a sign of this size, this, the depth of this is just perfect, and even when it comes down to a motif or company signage, I've shown you a very simple one here. You can do very much more complex ones than that, obviously. But if you're starting off and you want to, get your hand in, start producing some work, and making a little bit of money, because you don't go spending $2,000 nearly on a machine and a program to not make a little bit of your money back, So that's how to make not quite a basic design signage, but a very nice presentable sign, that something that you can really do, or you would really come across, that someone wants. So the last thing to do now is to save. Toolpaths. So I don't know whether any of you have seen me do this before. I'll just quickly do this. So I save these one at a time. I'll do it on my desktop. Desktop, which is where I normally save them, and then I'll put it into a filing system in my computer, or put it onto a flash drive, whatever I want to do. So this is cut 1. So actually I'm going to call this 6050 cut 1, and we will save that. Oh, incidentally, G-code millimeter tap. Now, there's thousands of actual things that you can save it in, but when you're dealing with UGS or any of that type of output machine, this is the most basic G-code. The SMC5 accepts this without a problem too. So G-code millimeter tap. Okay, so we're going to save that. Yep, that's fine. And we're going to go to the second one. That over. Oh, what am I doing? 3 over 1 over. Right, cut 2. And save. cut 1, cut 2, okay, and again, you could save the 3 together, but cut 3. I prefer to do this long-winded and save. Okay, there they are. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I know they're there. Last thing, save. Okay, let's bring me up. There I am. Okay. So I hope that you've enjoyed that rather long video, but I've shown you a lot of information. The full process of making a fairly decent sign in Carveco. Although I've used Carveco, the main industrial program, Carveco Maker or Maker Plus will do this. And I hope you find this type of video enjoyable. I hope you find this type of video enjoyable, and please press somewhere down there, like and subscribe. And if you really like what I'm doing, you may consider becoming a patron to the channel, because it is the patrons behind the channel that enables me to make these videos, because there's no revenue to speak of in YouTube anymore. It's all gone. Okay, so the next video will be me carrying out this V-bit carving of this signage on the CNC Mat 6050 Plus, and I hope to see you for that video, which will be in a couple of days from today. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.